This is Black Scott.
This is Love Jhade.
And we are He Said, She Said, a podcast where we unpack current and controversial topics concerning
men, women, and the roller coaster that is our relationships with one another.
Look out for new episodes dropping every Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific.
Tune in wherever you listen to podcasts.
So today, taking it a little far back.
We taking y'all all the way back. We're talking first crush.
Middle school first crush.
Well, what if their first crush was before that?
Dang, well, you're a whore.
Wow, mine was second grade, so thanks for that.
Harlot.
I'm glad we marked this as explicit because clearly you're starting off with violence today.
Cancelable language. Really, we chose violence today.
We chose violence today because we want to take y'all all the way back. We want to take y'all to the simp days. We're talking high school dating.
Talking about Chris Brown.
All that.
Rihanna.
Liking versus loving in high school. You know, your parents always want to call it puppy love, but it felt so real to you while you were simping to Chris Brown.
Real. Crying on the bus stop was very real.
Crying on your pillow at home.
Right.
Let's talk about it, y'all. So when was your first crush?
First grade, Isabel.
Whore. So you're a whore. I just want to put that out there since, you know, if I started in 7th grade and you started in 1st grade.
I thought you said you started in 2nd grade.
Second, that's what I meant. Yeah.
You know better than me. The pot calling the kettle black really is what it is.
I just wanted you to know that you are also, you know.
I guess we're both harlots.
I'll take that.
I'm a harlotan. Sure.
Yeah, well, I remember this guy. His name was Alex. Shout out to Alex if you're out there. I don't even remember his last name or anything.
No one's gonna know who
this
that
is.
This
is like 2nd grade.
Generic first name.
And yeah, I never spoke to him or anything. I never made a move, but I definitely liked him. I remember he had
who does, you know, at that
green
grade?
eyes or something.
Because the boys and girls are separate.
Hair look that was in back then.
Dang, that was that 2000.
Who I don't know.
2001. They still
2002. Yeah.
Yeah. Cartoon Network was still legit around that time, so.
Man, crushes it's so weird because it's just that feeling of like, and then it's like, okay, what do I do with this now? And it's even weirder having a crush as an adult.
I feel like it's more enjoyable in those days because you don't have to really make a move. There's no real move to make. It's just admiration from a distance. I remember
when I was younger and I would have crushes. It's like, oh my God, like I'm in love. Like not seriously in love, but like everything is just super happy.
Right.
And
all
it's like
do is walk past
life,
my day.
Right. Like life is just a little bit brighter. Your day is made, like you said, when you see them. And it's just like, it's just so dramatic.
Hey, I was trying to go play handball. So Isabel could walk past me real quick. I get my hit for the day, my hit of dopamine.
Why do hormones do this to us? Like, why do you put us in the position to be feeling
crazy,
like this?
Weird things.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I think I pretty much I never told people that I liked them. I pretty much just like admired you, and I never said anything about it.
That happened to me, and I was ruined for my whole 3rd grade experience. 3rd grade Miss Hunt.
You told her?
No, I told people, and it got around right.
Told people. Uh-huh.
And here's the thing. I don't know what happened, but the teacher was gone for some reason for maybe use the bathroom, and so we were all talking, and then she was telling the whole class, everyone who liked her, a whole list. The audacity, right? I know Jonathan likes me. Martin, she was saying at the teacher's desk too. I don't know how this happened. She said at the teacher's desk, teacher chair, yeah. Jonathan likes me. Marlon, yeah, Louise. Airing the whole situation.
It's like, out. I've never even spoken
to you. How do you know this information?
And you confidently added my name to
in the teacher's chair. Come on now, the audacity of some people.
How's she doing now? I feel like she'll be like a CEO or something like that. She seemed like
flat-chested and just.
How is she doing?
I don't know how I end up liking her. Just
how is she doing now?
I'm probably
in her career,
but I don't know. Career-wise, you know, as well as everyone else, you know, graduated. I think I don't know. I've spoken to her.
She seemed like she would be like a CEO type of woman, like with the energy she was coming with at such a young age.
I'm still stuck on that. I'm like, I thought you were gonna ask me how is she doing now? Like,
no.
How do I feel about her now?
First of all,
no.
You're saying she's flat-chested now?
Like, pretty much the same way she looked then, same way she looks now.
Well, hey, that's how God made her.
And that's beautiful, but you know, not my type of flavor as an adult male.
Man, I feel like
but she was busting in 3rd grade, though. I guess.
look, third grade, I look back at some of the guys that I liked, and I'm just like, it's crazy looking at it as an adult because you're like, this is what I was into, like.
Especially like kid movie stars. Remember back in the day, kid movie stars, they casted them look like kids, right?
Yeah.
But then when they grow up, they look weird. Like Taylor Lautner kind of looks weird.
I was gonna say that. Like when you look at, I was gonna say Zac Efron, like so fire. But then when you look at him now, when you look at him in High School Musical 1,
right?
It's like he looks like a child. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, when you look back as an adult, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people feel about that. Feel that way about Leonardo DiCaprio, low key. Like he was good in Titanic and whatever other movies he was in as a younger adult or teen.
Yeah.
Whatever. But now he looks like a baby man because he has a youthful look still, but he's like 50 something, right?
Yeah.
It's almost 60.
I think when he like put on a little more weight for certain roles, like he looked a little bit more mature, but he'll forever have that baby face. I don't think that's going anywhere.
Yeah, it's always weird, like knowing that they cast them for that, but then it's like it kind of depending on how you look, it kind of backfires after.
Man, I know. So like, okay, as an adult now, how does like the crushing thing work? Like, how do you manage that?
I feel like the magic is ruined because there's no admiration from a distance. Like, it's just like I'm gonna go talk to her, and she's gonna say yes or no and move.
So there's no obsession and stalking component. Is what you're saying?
No, I'll tell you this. There's a stalking component, but no obsession. The reason why you want to stalk is just to get her, like, where she be at? Let's say you're in college, right? And you see her, whatever. Where she be at so I can make the move or whatever. Mm-hmm. If she goes right to the bathroom after, I don't know, biology 101, I don't want to hit her right then because it's like I'm stalking her to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But if she goes to the lunch area, whatever, cafeteria, whatever, if she goes there and she goes to grab something to eat, okay, that's a good time to talk to her.
That's so crazy. So this is what guys do, like behind the scenes?
Right, yeah, because you want to pull up on her like a weirdo because you don't know where she's going, you don't know what she's doing. You're like, or maybe she goes to her boyfriend right after,
So instead of pulling up on her like a weirdo up front, you want to like stalk her like a weirdo.
Yeah, but and here's the reason why. I could pull up like a weirdo, but girls are finicky about that. So, you want to make it look as organic as possible at that point.
Gotcha. So, advice for guys: be a weirdo behind the scenes, but not up front. Got it.
Advice: guys already know how to do this, but you got once you left high school.
You don't know. Some men need to be put on the GAME. The
GAME.
You can't assume everybody knows.
Listen, tap in with me. DM me on Instagram if you need some advice. We can definitely get together on that piece.
Are you charging for these services?
First 10 free. Actually, so
first 10 DMs free. All right. I think I want to tell this story. I think that's a real thing, and I think sometimes it could be cute.
What, about the magic being gone?
No, about the guys kind of like planning it out. Right. Because when I was in college, I thought, first of all, this is the cutest way that I've ever been approached by a guy ever to this day. This guy takes number one.
Spoiler alert, she said no.
I know I didn't.
You did all
I said
of this.
yes. I said yes. And we talked for a little bit. So,
Did you know in your heart it was going nowhere?
No, like I thought the guy was cool. It just didn't like go anywhere in the end. But no, he was cool. And even after, like, I didn't have any bad feelings or anything toward him. Anyways. So this guy in college, like
I'm just bullying you for last episode because you bullied me.
You started this episode calling me a whore, so I think the bullying.
Well, if you're telling the truth,
equivalent
is it
at
really
this point.
Bullying?
Listen, I'm gonna just move on with my story. So, in college, we had to take a sports class in college for some reason, and anyway, I took basketball because I liked the teacher, and I. Mm-hmm. For the record, I can't play sports. First of all, I hate basketball. Number one. Okay. In general.
Runner's a sport.
Yeah, I was a runner. I did cheer and stuff like that, but I'm not like a contact sports type of person.
Yeah,
so
you're athletic though. I don't want to make it seem like.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely athletic. I'm really active and all that. Yeah. I did cross country and things like that. I like to run. I like to work out, but I hate contact sports. It's just not for me. So, and I truly hate the sport of basketball. It's boring. I don't like watching it. Sorry not to shade anybody. It's just not for me.
As you can see, we're from LA.
Yeah, and we're from a football family.
Yeah, it's football here.
We're a football family. So anyway, but I took basketball because it was easy. And there was a guy there that I guess he was another student. So I think maybe he was doing like work study. So he worked with like the basketball teacher / the basketball teacher was also like a coach. So he worked with him. So that was the guy. So I know like he saw me in class a couple times, before he made his approach. So I think it's definitely true that guys kind of plan things. So what happened was one day, like I was getting ready to leave class, and he was kind of like getting the basketballs, collecting everything after class. And so he stopped me. He was like, "Hey, excuse me." And I turned around and he was like, "So I just want to know, if I make this shot, will you give me your number?" And I was like,
nice.
"We'll see," you know. I was like, "We'll see." So he went for the shot, missed. He went for the shot again. He was like,
it close though?
He's like, "Let me warm up."
It
was close, you know.
he didn't airball.
He didn't airball. No. Yeah. So he was like, "Okay, let me go again. You know, I gotta warm up, whatever." He went again, missed. And then the third time, he was like, "Okay, this is the one." I was like, "Okay, cool." Missed again. And he was like, "Man, can I just have your number?"
Hey, I really bet you he thought he was gonna make it. He probably didn't practice the shot, like
right. Like he practiced the approach.
You know how you shoot where it's comfortable, like I'm gonna shoot on the side or middle or whatever, where I'm comfortable. He probably did exactly that. It just missed.
Right. So you know, he didn't make any of those shots, but when he shot a shot with me, it went in because I did give him my number, like I said.
Yeah, but he got no points. Didn't get the ring.
But I thought that was cute. I thought that was a cute approach, and I do like when guys put in that type of effort. So, like, to your point, even though there's a little stalking involved, I think it's.
I mean, it's not
within range.
Stalking with purpose. You know, it's not just stalking out of obsession. That's what I'm saying. It's not obsession. It's just I got to be able to create the right formula for this.
Exactly, and I feel like people don't do that much anymore. Like, I don't know. Everyone's just like, "Hey."
I feel like it depends. It depends on the type of guy. Yeah. And like say the game, that's everything. But
yeah, and I don't know. You have girls too that are like, "Oh, that'll be like, oh, this is corny" or something like that. But I wasn't that girl. I thought it was cute. I thought the approach was,
you know, say that because it all depends on what you look like to them. If you work for them, then it's the most poetic thing, Shakespearean. Yeah. But if the dude's a buster to her, then it's corny.
Yeah, that's true. Because even if a guy does just say like,
shoot the shot, be confident.
Yeah, I think putting in effort is huge. But to your point though, if a guy does just say, "Hey, if you like him," I mean, I guess you'll still take that, you know.
Drake, that's what Drake does, I'm sure, at this level.
LOL. Drake sliding your DMs talking about, "Hey," imagine. Like, where do you even go as a woman? I would just be like, this got to be fake.
No, I mean, so that's what the blue check is for at that point.
I wouldn't even want to be a part of that situation, honestly.
Why is it like too much pressure? Like, or
yeah, and the fame and all of that. Like, I'm just like, no. I would just be like, no.
That is crazy, yeah, because it's like
this too much.
It seems fun in games in your head, but when it actually happens, how do you go about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Not for me.
I mean, I would say yes, because obviously he's DMing me because, you know, to hang out. Yeah. He's not gay. No, I'm not gay. So if Drake's DMing me, we're gonna go throw some shots up or something.
Yeah. Well, then you can
hit up Magic City.
Where's Magic City, by the way?
Texas. I think Houston specifically.
Oh.
Not that I've been there.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've been there.
Never knew. Are you sure it's not in Atlanta?
Nah, maybe I don't know if there's one like multiple or that's just the only one. Like it's a one-off type of.
Yeah.
It could be if it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Crushing is interesting, but I feel like it's like your first intro into like dating and relationships and all that, right? Like you start off with crushing like at a younger age, and then eventually you get up to like maybe dating. But it kind of just makes me think like, at what point do you start dating? Like growing up, what is like a good time for that?
You talking about seriously or just kidding? Not just kidding, but like the ones that parents still call them a friend and not the girlfriend or boyfriend.
I mean, all that. I'm curious for other people because for me, like I didn't even date in high school. I started dating in like college. So I, like my freshman year, that's when I started the whole dating process. So I just wonder for other people, like what is a good time to start dating?
It depends because now you gotta look at I'm looking at the full context because. You think when do you start having sex and when you start dating? Like that's a big major thing.
Yeah,
because some people just start sex and then date after, or they date before.
Yeah,
and then sex in like college. So I feel like both of those things happen. Either it could happen together or they could happen at two different times.
That's true. I don't know. For me, I think
feel like dating. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you go.
I feel like maybe dating starts when the crush starts.
Huh?
Not just looking at a girl in the sexual, like, hey, I would love to have sex with this chick, but more when the emotional aspect is there.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a pessimistic view of dating in high school because I feel like
You're pessimistic?
Yeah, I feel like no one really knows who they are, so the chances of this lasting is like 5%. I have no I have no like numbers. I haven't done any research, but it just seemed like
sounds nihilistic to me,
of
the 5%.
5% of high school relationships, I think, actually become something, and like they, grow, and they just happen to grow in the same direction and grow together, and they become, something great. But for like 95% of the time, it doesn't work.
Trash.
Because like you don't know who you are at that age. Like you don't know what you really want, and even if you think like it changes over time. Even in your 20s, like you still don't quite have that figured out. So I feel like definitely not high school.
Yeah, I think dating at that point is not logistical. Like you don't got the person's, well, they don't have none, but career or income or credit or like general lifestyle, how they live their life, what they're into.
Yeah.
If they smoke or drink, go to clubs, it's Christian. I don't think all the factors that go into dating now, all the logistics is looked at in high school. It's just, do I like who you are?
Mm-hmm.
And physically, do I like what I see? And it kind of goes off that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that for me, I would say if I had to give advice to like high school kids or something, no one asked, but if I had to give my opinion
for advice,
I would say
actually no, they're underage, so that would be not advised.
Wait, what did you say? I missed it.
You say you're getting advice to high school?
Yeah, high school kids.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if that's advisable because they're under 18.
Giving them advice?
You don't want to get caught up in anything.
I don't know what you said, but anyway, I missed it. But anyway, I was saying like, if I could give them advice, it would be to date, but not seriously. Because if it becomes serious, cool, but don't look for that. Like don't look for a serious relationship in high school. Just date, like get to know people, and like keep it friendly as much as possible. And if it blossoms into more, cool, but like don't go in looking for that, because I think you just set yourself up for heartbreak.
It looks like you're setting them up for heartbreak if they're not taking it seriously, because you're dating Brad 1 week. But
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you like somebody, start off as a friendship with them. Don't go into it like, oh, I want this person to be my boyfriend. Like, just go into it, like hanging out, doing regular things, and because even as an adult, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? Like, because I just think when you start off that way, you get to know the person, and there's like no strings attached, no feelings involved. And so if it doesn't work out, fine, you don't get your heart broken. But I think especially in high school, like with people just not knowing who they are, and like you said, some people are just in it for the sex. You don't know what's going on with people. So I feel like
especially
in high school, you take like in high school you take a higher risk of the person not being the one for you, or not being somebody you would get serious with, right? Yeah. So I feel like just keep it light.
Like you said, don't come in with the mindset of this is a forever thing.
Yeah,
it could end up being if that happens, that's cool. But I wouldn't have a fixed mindset like that.
Yeah, because I know, like, I never dated, like I said, in high school, but in my mind, I was like, oh my God, like, this person is, like, so amazing, and this is going to be my boyfriend, and, like, you just go all the way deep with it. You got the Pinterest, at that age.
The marriage board on Pinterest.
You go all the way deep with it. And it's just, like, then, like, what happens? Either you stop liking them, or it just never comes around.
Like, did you have a song attached to that person?
Oh yeah, like I didn't go into like marriage deep or anything like that, but I was just like, I definitely had songs attached to people. And
like what?
Oh man, it just depends on the person.
I had one. I don't know if we can mention it on this podcast though, for cancel reasons. Another one though, actually that hit was Yo, Chris Brown.
Not for cancel reasons. Yeah, Yo, Chris Brown for sure.
That was a hitter. That hit for a couple of chicks.
Really hard. There was a lot of Paramore in my life when I was in middle school. Like that's when Paramore was like popping.
We had Disney. What was it? That Disney radio?
Oh, Radio Disney.
Did you have to pay for that, or was that like?
Was Paramore on Radio Disney?
I don't know. I just remember I heard a lot of like when I heard rock songs and stuff. It was like Radio Disney, Jonas Brothers and stuff.
No, you didn't have to pay for it.
Or is that alternative? I don't know. I don't want to misgenre the
man, song. Paramore, is it called You Are the Only Exception or Only Exception? I think it's called Only Exception. That song was like everything to me. And it's like, what do you have going on?
Nothing,
that you need to be feeling this deep?
They really convince you. That's how you know it's good art. It's artistry.
Right. Like you have nothing going on, but you felt that.
Right, exactly.
Oh my gosh, what else for me?
Kiss Me Through the Phone, Soulja Boy. That's when everyone had slide kicks.
Oh, I just thought of one. Okay, there's this artist named Chantel, and she had this song called T-Shirt. Boy, the song was on my MySpace in high school.
It was on the board, on the MySpace board.
It was on my MySpace for sure, and it was called T-Shirt. Oh man, that one took me back. That one had me in the feeling.
Yeah,
in the feels.
that whole age era to me was Kiss Me the Phone, Soldier Boy. They had T-Pain, Sprung.
Oh yeah, out to get me.
That one, yeah. That one had me.
The content was so adult though. So
Exactly. Even know what I don't even know what this man is talking about. But I'm in there.
Buy You a Drink was huge when I was in middle school, and it's just catchy. It's not even like super simpy, but it's catchy as heck.
When I See You, Fantasia. I was at the barbershop about to cry, my boy. I was like,
Fantasia, Truth Is. Truth is.
Was that before I See You, or is that on the same
album? I think
album?
it was before When I See You. I'm pretty sure it was before.
When I See You was before?
No, I think Truth Is was before.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're older than me,
that one,
that was before my time.
That one, it's again, you have nothing going on at this age, but you felt that. Oh, Truth Is was like everything.
I was talking to a girl, and then I know for middle school, and then I think I got rejected. Faster. No, I'm playing. You're faster.
Definitely, but not. Just older
and fast, more advanced. We'll say that all around.
Definitely not. I didn't talk to no boys in middle school, so I
was talking to this chick, right? And I think I just made the move or whatever. You ask her out to how you feel. It was Friday. She said no. Got my haircut on Saturday. And then Fantasia, When I See You came out the music video. I'm sitting there in the barbershop about to cry.
Oh my God.
I'm getting my taper lined up.
Oh my God. That's embarrassing. So embarrassing, bro.
So embarrassing. That's when I went to my guy Chuck. They don't even know what I was on that day.
Did anyone notice?
No, I don't think so.
Or at least they didn't say anything.
Probably went to the bathroom and just simped for 5 minutes. I was the first one to get my haircut, luckily, so I had that time.
I'll be like, man, that young brother's going through it. I'm just like I didn't see it.
It wasn't that bad. After
it was me.
That's probably exactly what they did too. But nah, it worked out. I simped in the bathroom and they had the PlayStation in the back, so I just played the PlayStation.
Man, I blame hormones for all of this. All of it.
Definitely.
Like, I should not be feeling this way at such a young age. Man.
I mean, the thing is, you liked them. You didn't love them. So it wasn't like it cut deep. You got over it fairly quickly because, you had multiple crushes.
Oh, yeah. It's like you...
In during school.
How long did a crush last for you? My crushes lasted a long time. Like, I feel like even if I started liking another person, it was like, am I over this other person?
Like it was a real situation. Like, am I ready to move on?
It was so deep. It was mentally. So deep. But I don't know. It just took me a long time. I don't know why.
It depends. I feel like it started off quick. Like, let's say 6th grade or 5th. It started off quick, maybe a semester or less.
Yeah.
But the more you got into it, like, 7th, 8th grade, and then maybe high school, a semester was like the minimum for a crush, I would say.
Yeah.
I had a crush, man. We were together, but I liked her for like my whole middle school and 9th grade. And she didn't even go to the same school I met at that point. So I was really in my bag.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know. It's just weird. I think when I was in college, there was a guy that I liked freshman year. And then, I don't know, like a few years later, maybe
did the
like
rejections
sophomore year, junior year, I saw him again. And I was like, how do I feel about this person? I don't think I still had a crush, but it was just like, maybe it's just weird seeing you with them again and it takes you back a little bit.
Even though they don't even know, like, what's going on.
I don't know how my friend's going to be asking me who this person is. Text me. I'll let you know. DM. Yeah, but it's like that weird feeling of like, maybe seeing them again brings back stuff, but it's not like you still have a crush. I don't know.
It got less weird, though. Like, for me, at some point, I asked the crush out. So before they know it was weird, like, I think Isabel, seen her at some point, like, middle school or something. And that, but like at a certain point, like middle school, you just started asking them out, so you kind of just got over with, and it was what it was.
Yeah.
Like when I asked out my 3-year-long crush, I got the brother.
3-year-long
excursion. Even though I was talking to other girls,
what years was it?
I was kind of holding.
Wait, what years was it? Like high
school? It started 6th grade,
6th
second
to 8th?
semester.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Exactly. I don't want to say if you know me. You have to know me back then to know what I'm talking about.
Text him later for details. DM
later for details. I was in a 3-year relationship.
DM or text.
Holding myself. I was talking to other girls or whatever, but that was like the one you set up for marriage in the back.
That's crazy.
Like these crushes are just my girlfriends for now. But then I'm gonna marry my crush, the big crush in the future.
Yeah, that's crazy. I definitely had one of those when I was in high school. Like
that did help me back because a lot of the friends of the crush
Mhm.
liked me, so that really held me back.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it's crazy, like the like versus love concept when you're that young. Because yeah, there was a guy where I was just like, this was when I was in high school, and I was just like, he didn't go to school with me. I knew him from outside of school, but he was just like, I was like, I could probably marry this person. Like, and it's just like, yeah, I was like, I could see this, you know, like, and back then I was stupid, so I was like, I was like, oh, I want to get married young. And I'm not saying it's stupid to get married young, but for me and like the way my life is set up,
that wasn't the type of guy to want to feel that for. You know?
Yeah, it's like at that age, you don't know what you're talking about. So it's like you can't say that, you know. So it was stupid to think that at that age, but it's just like I really had that intense feeling of like, this could definitely work out, you know.
He gets but you don't even in school, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't know. He was just like he was older than me, like by a few years, and he was just like really on top of his stuff, and I was just like, and I was just like, yeah, like this guy could definitely be the one I would marry. And it's like I'd never been in love at that point, so it's like, what do you even know? I think I was maybe like 16, maybe like 15.
God.
15, and I think I liked him all the way until I was probably like 18 or something.
I see why they make the rules the way they do.
And so yeah, it's just like you've never even been in love, so you don't. How do you think about marriage and all this other stuff? And I think when you're young and the feelings are so intense, but you don't really know what real love is, you know. It's crazy.
16. I'm 22, about to be 23. I'm not even thinking about marriage right now.
Yeah, well, I think it's more common with girls too. Like
I know, I've seen a lot of Pinterest boards.
I actually don't have a Pinterest board. You know,
you have any,
I have ideals of what I want for a wedding, but I also feel like I don't know. I just haven't made the board yet. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's just like I haven't. Let me get the guy first, then I'll make the board.
Right. Now, a lot of people aren't into the manifestation tip, so maybe that's what the principle is behind that.
Yeah, and there's definitely things I know I want at my wedding, but I also feel like I want the guy to be a part of what it looks like at the end of the day, because like it's us. You know, this is not my prom. It's not about me. It's about us. You know what I mean? So I kind of want that. So I guess that's why I haven't solidified anything, but I definitely know I want very glamorous wedding.
Marriage, like not like the long term of it, but the short term, like the ceremony, is that really for guys?
I mean, I don't think guys.
I don't know any guy that plans anything about a wedding. Like the only thing you plan is how to pay for the ring beforehand. After that, the colors and all that really doesn't.
Yeah, you know. I don't think most guys care that much, but I personally would want the guy to have input because, like, again, it's us. So you don't have to be deeply involved.
Just don't ask him while he's watching the game because you end up with orange.
I mean, don't ask me while I'm watching the game. How about that? I don't want to be interrupted during the game.
That's how I feel.
We watching the game together. We're not talking about the wedding.
The wedding can wait till after the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, no.
Especially if we're in it.
Yeah. See, I always end up dating somebody who is from a rival team.
What's your team?
My team is the Baltimore Ravens.
If you guys were able to see, she's wearing the Baltimore Ravens jacket.
Yeah, it's actually a blanket. Yeah,
the full throw.
Yeah, I definitely.
Right now,
I have socks. I have 2 T-shirts gifted to me by my brothers. I have a jacket. I have a beanie, and I still don't have enough. I need more. No,
as a fan, it's never enough. I have the same thing. I have a Cowboys hat, beanie, slippers, pajama pants, and regular sweats. T-shirt, hoodie, license plate cover thing. Pins.
What got me was the pajamas and regular sweats.
For real.
Need both.
Versatile. For the winter games and then, the preseason summer games.
Man, I love the city of Baltimore. I love the harbor and how beautiful it is. And I would love to go to a Baltimore game.
Man, I love to go to a Cowboys game. So I wish I was like an LA fan so they can like play here and I can
go. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'll never see my team play unless I go over there because, our division and everything is just. All the games are over there.
Would it be a problem if you're husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, or if I guess for you, husband and boyfriend, if they're direct rivals? Because Patriots aren't direct rivals, but it's in the, and teams like that, but like direct rivals, like.
That's a good question.
I
don't
Browns,
think so. I like a little friendly competition. Like any guy I've been with where we talk about football, like we always end up talking shit anyways, like even if it's not a direct rival. So I don't mind that. Like, I think even if it was direct rival, it would be cool. I just think it makes it more interesting because, you have conversation that's where we don't just think the same.
Right. And I'm not going to like you. You just gotta know that.
Yeah.
Less. I like you less. It's always gonna be that.
But see, I just think for me, I love football, but I'm not that attached to my team to where like I love my team, but I'm not gonna argue with you and get angry because we're on different teams. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with you to make you be an Eagles fan?
Well, see, there's just certain things.
Or Redskins, or
I mean, I have
Giants.
friends. I have a friend that is a Steelers fan, and it's cool. Like we talk shit and then we move on. You know, I recently actually found out his number one team is really the Falcons, but then he had the Steelers were his secondary team, and I didn't know that.
Garbage, and the Steelers.
Well, he's from Atlanta, so I guess that's that. But I was shook because I thought he was a Steelers fan this whole time.
That's
I'm like,
weird.
wow,
that's like me being a Patriots fan. I'm from Cali.
Blech.
Family's from Dallas, but why are you Patriots? Where'd that come in? What?
Yeah, I just think it's problematic when you are a fan of one of these teams that I just don't care for.
Listen, I'll love you, but I won't like you.
No, I could still like definitely make it work. I'm just gonna be talking more shit than usual.
Right. If anything, you probably won't like me. If anything,
right? You won't like me.
Make it miserable for your life, especially when we smash on you every year.
Man, like I've dealt with a Patriots fan, and even one of my best friends, like he's a Patriots fan. And I'm just like, I just don't understand. And then I had a guy that I actually dated that was a 49ers fan, and I don't have a problem with 49ers fans, but this guy was just constantly talking shit. So I had to definitely like step to the plate and be like, well, let's discuss.
2 years ago.
Thank you.
Played the Chiefs.
Why y'all talking about old stuff?
No, I'm saying for you.
No, I'm saying for him. I was like, why do you want to bring up old things? Like, you don't see me bringing up 2012. Talking about today.
2012 and 2015, I think, right?
Not for us.
No, when did the Chiefs? Oh, I'm like.
I was saying for Ravens 2012, where we completely smashed the 49ers. I didn't bring that up. You know what I mean?
To the Chiefs when they got destroyed by the Chiefs.
Oh.
And they were up by like 20 or something like that.
That was a crushing defeat, just for the fact that like we were all rooting for you.
I wasn't. I was rooting for the Chiefs. I had my squares.
No, I wasn't rooting for them at all. But I just think it just was a sad way to go out, where it's like,
right, especially when you're up at halftime.
Yeah, because like my thing is, there's one thing is who I'm rooting for. The other thing is thinking about the sport of football. Like I'm a huge fan of the sport, so it's like I can objectively look at things like that, even if like I'm not going for this team.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like, how did y'all really lose that lead? That's just sad. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I could definitely, to answer your question and get back on topic, definitely date a guy from a rival team.
Sorry about that. It was like 12 minutes.
When we get into football, it's just everything else goes out the window. But yes, I could date a guy from a direct rival team. Wouldn't care that much, but as long as you watch football, that's important to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't be a heavy basketball, no football.
That would not work.
Or a hockey, no football. You gotta have football incorporated in some way.
Yeah, it's like fashion. Super important to me. So yes, despite the controversy, but that's for another podcast.
Exactly. So we did 2 Instagram polls recently. The first one being, are you the type of person to stalk or obsess over your crush? And the other one being, what was your first experience? So I'm gonna go ahead and read off what we have.
Some of y'all lied, but a little more honesty than before.
A lot more honesty than before. Still cap, but a lot more than before.
A lot more honesty than the what was the other one we did? Low maintenance, high maintenance.
Low maintenance, high maintenance. That whole one. Go to our channel, check those ones out. But yeah, these previous ones, straight cap. This one, a little more honest. So we appreciate that. So as far as the results for these, the first one was, are you the type of person to stalk or obsess over your crush? 41% said, of course. 59% said maybe. I think it's closer to 50-50, so that's more reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been in the maybe category because I don't want to say yes. So since you put no and maybe together, I went ahead.
I would have more comfortable, but we all know what it is.
I mean, I was more obsessed than stalk. I definitely didn't stalk, but I just was more like, especially when I was younger, I was more like obsessed over the person and like never tell them. And then like, that's it. And then one day I just stopped liking you.
He dates another girl, your best friend, and then it's anger, right?
Nah, just, simping to my simp songs and then on to the next.
Simping to what's your simp song?
I
Did You Wrong by Pleasure P?
No, my simp song was Miss You by Aaliyah.
Oh my God, yeah, I was a trip.
And it's like, what real problems do you have? But again, it just hits so hard. You wanted to have problems to
trying to get good grades. I don't know.
It's a really beautiful song, and I think it just evokes emotion out of anybody. But at that age, your crush gets with someone else.
Miss you already.
Miss you, Aaliyah.
Right. That's for real. Take notes, crush on you for a week.
Right.
I already moved on.
For our young young listeners. Yeah. So the next thing.
Viewers coming soon. We are working on the video.
Oh, yeah. Audio, so viewers coming soon for sure. The next part was we did a Let's Talk About It segment, and we asked you guys, what was your experience with your first crush? Whew, we got a lot of interesting answers.
I'll put myself out there. I asked her out. She said no.
Simply.
But got over with, and that was that. So, it wasn't too dramatic.
I just, like I said before, I just admired from afar. So, staying through my first crush, just never said anything.
I think this is where the stalking approach comes in. I would stalk her to know where she's at so I can know where when to make the move and whatnot. Obsessing is more from afar, so I can. Yeah,
for me, I was definitely like the more obsessing type because I'm like, I don't want to ever tell you how I feel because if you don't like me back, I'm not dealing with that rejection. Like when I was younger, I really, really could not deal with rejection, so I was just like, nah, I really just not know.
Yeah, I think it's more of a common with.
I'll get over it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone else said, I probably haven't spoken to that girl in years. Oop, what's the tea?
That's what I'm saying because there had to be some history for you not spoken to her in years.
I don't think anyone's really spoken to their crush in years, but the way you said it just made me feel like there was something.
That sounds like I haven't talked to my ex in years. But at one point there was something for you to talk about.
What's the tea? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, if you recognize who you are, DM us.
Right, let's discuss.
Have that discussion.
What else do we got? Dang, should have shot my shot when I had the chance.
And that's what I didn't want to sound like. You never know.
But see, I think you could be that brave person where you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna just go for it. And then I can be totally destroyed inside, especially with your fragile teenage ego.
Right.
Or I could not say anything ever.
Let it eat you alive.
But then you regret it, like this person.
Yeah, so I'd rather get it over with. I don't even care anymore. No big deal. It's been, that was middle school. So it's been like 10 plus years since. But
yeah.
I always live by this saying. I forgot who said it, but I'd rather live life with a bunch of oh wells than what if. So
definitely true. Someone else said, when I was 5 and I said 2 words to him and we never spoke again.
That also is a possibility.
That goes back to what I was saying about when you're young, it's not going to last.
It's not that
anyway.
Right. It's not that big of a deal. You got, you had what you had and it was what it was.
Similar to that, another person said, kiss behind the ball wall. Oh, you guys remember like the handball thing?
Ball wall? Was she from New York?
Maybe.
Who says that? Ball wall.
You know she meant.
Get your book bag.
Kids behind the ball wall in 5th grade. Next day, so it's no longer a thing. Again, it's not going anywhere. I mean, granted, this is like what elementary school that people are talking about, these 2 people, but still, it's just no point. It's not going anywhere. Even in high school, it's not going anywhere. But hey, that's
pessimistic. Give these high school sweethearts a chance in the game.
Again, 5%, maybe 95%. It's a no.
It's a no.
And then we got one more. I literally almost got a restraining order to keep him away. You DM us for sure. We really need the tea on that. If you recognize who you are,
please DM us. We got to go ahead and unravel this story.
We got to unravel this mystery.
If you do not mind.
Yeah, we'll keep you anonymous. We just want the tea.
Right.
For the users,
It's got to
be for the listeners.
Right. This has to be something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys keep taking these polls and keep letting us know what you think, man. These are some good responses.
Yes, we love hearing from you. As much as we love to talk, we love hearing from you guys as well and sharing your points of view.
All right, y'all. That's been our time. Again, I am Black Scott.
I'm Love Jhade.
And we are He Said.
She Said.
If you enjoyed the podcast, go ahead and subscribe, share.
And hey, follow us on Instagram. We are at He Said, She Said _PC. Again, that's at He Said, She Said _PC, where you can find episode updates, polls, and interact with our community. And hey, if you do participate in one of our polls, you might just become a part of our show.